True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report.
What if I told you that the Dodgers' biggest bet for the future is about to be activated? After months of uncertainty and recovery, the update we've all been waiting for has finally arrived, and the implications for our title hunt are gigantic. Don't miss your chance to understand this game-changing moment. Subscribe to the channel quickly for immediate access to this bombshell news. Welcome back to True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report, your exclusive hub for everything about our glorious Los Angeles Dodgers. I'm your host, and as always, I'm here to bring you the hottest information straight from behind the scenes with the detailed analysis you deserve. Before we dive into today's bombshell news, which involves the future of our rotation, I ask a favor of all of you in the Blue Crew. If you value in-depth analysis and first-hand news, please hit that subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell. This ensures you never miss a crucial update and helps our channel continue to grow and bring quality content. I'm counting on your support. Now let's get to it. The news circulating in the corridors of Dodger Stadium, which I've been able to confirm with inside sources, is one of the most anticipated of the season. We have a substantial and extremely positive update on the return timeline for the Japanese phenom, Roki Sasaki. For those who follow closely, you know that Sasaki's absence since May 13th due to a shoulder injury has been a question mark and a cause for concern. The organization, as is its custom, has handled the matter with extreme caution, almost a strategic silence, which only fueled speculation. However, the wait is over and the information I have is encouraging. Manager Dave Roberts has confirmed that Sasaki is scheduled to begin his official rehab assignment next Thursday, pitching 3 innings in AAA with Oklahoma City. This isn't just news, it's a statement of intent from the front office and coaching staff. It shows that the recovery process has reached an advanced stage and that confidence in his full recovery is absolute. To understand the magnitude of this step, we need to look at the context. Sasaki, in his MLB debut season, arrived with enormous expectations, comparable to few athletes in recent sports history. The nickname, the Monster of the Reiwa era, wasn't given lightly. We're talking about a pitcher who flirted with perfection in Japan, threw perfect games, and demonstrated an arsenal of pitches with the potential to dominate any lineup. The transition to the MLB, however, presented its challenges. Before the injury, his fall. 72 ERA in 8 starts, with 24 strikeouts and 22 walks, showed a period of adjustment. The nearly 1-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio was a clear sign that his command, one of his greatest virtues in MPB, was not yet at the elite level we know. Sources inform me that the drop in his fastball velocity, which was hovering around 96-97 mph, when in Japan it frequently surpassed 100 mph, was already a point of concern for the performance analysis team even before the injury became public. There was an internal debate about whether this drop was purely mechanical, an adaptation to the MLB mound and ball, or an early symptom of the stress on his shoulder. The injury unfortunately confirmed the latter hypothesis. The 60-day stint on the injured list was, therefore, a measure that was not just curative but deeply strategic. The Dodgers didn't just want a healthy Sasaki, they wanted a dominant Sasaki back. The depth of the roster, with the recent and impactful returns of Tyler Glasnow, Blake Snell, and Emmett Sheehan, gave Andrew Friedman and his team the luxury of not rushing their young star. They could afford to wait, analyze, and execute a meticulous rehabilitation plan without the pressure of immediate results. The 3-inning simulated game last Friday was the litmus test. He threw 45 pitches, and the crucial information obtained is that his fastball not only consistently sat in the 96-97 mph range, but also showed more life and late movement than in his last appearances before the injury. It was an unequivocal sign that the strength was returning. Sasaki's statement, through his interpreter Will Ireton, "I'm really relieved that I don't feel any pain anymore," is the missing piece of the puzzle. He added that he's using this time to focus on his delivery, something he's excited about. This is fundamental. A pain-free Sasaki obsessed with refining his mechanics is the version that could come to dominate the league. Roki Sasaki's rehab assignment in AAA will go far beyond simply accumulating innings and pitches. What I've heard from sources close to the coaching staff is that the evaluation will be multifaceted and rigorous. They won't just be looking at the velocity radar, the analysis will be much deeper. First, velocity consistency. Can he maintain 96-97 pH in the third inning as easily as he did in the first? How does his body react after the exertion? Second, and perhaps most importantly, the command of his secondary pitches. His splitter, his killer pitch in Japan, had less bite in his initial MLB starts. They want to see if with a healthy shoulder, that pitch returns to being an elite weapon capable of generating swings and misses. Third, efficiency. The goal is for him to dominate AAA hitters, not just get them out. This means fewer walks, favorable counts, and the ability to get out of innings with low pitch counts. The quote I got from Dave Roberts is telling. We want Roki to gain some confidence, some real confidence to get through 22-24 hitters and command a baseball. Roberts isn't talking about surviving a game. He's talking about imposing his will, about reasserting his ace status. This planned return creates a fascinating scenario and a wonderful problem for the Dodgers front office. With a rotation that when healthy can feature names like Tyler Glasnow, Blake Snell, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Walker Buehler, Bobby Miller, and Emmett Sheehan, the addition of a fully informed Roki Sasaki transforms the Dodgers pitching staff from excellent to potentially historic. The question that arises, and is certainly being debated internally, is how do you accommodate so much talent? The use of a six-man rotation, something the Dodgers have experimented with and which is common in Japan, seems to be the most logical solution, especially to preserve the arms of young pitchers like Sasaki and Miller throughout the season and into the postseason. This would allow for extra rest for everyone, managing workloads and theoretically keeping everyone stronger. For October. However, it also means that a very high caliber pitcher could be moved to the bullpen, perhaps in a long reliever or high leverage stopper role, a function that could be devastating in the right hands. The depth the team has built is no accident. It is the result of strategic planning aimed precisely at this: having options, having contingency plans, and being able to withstand injuries without losing competitive rhythm. Sasaki's return doesn't just impact the rotation, it recalibrates the team's World Series ambitions. A healthy and dominant Sasaki is the kind of piece that can win 2 games in a playoff series by himself. He is the X factor that can raise this team's ceiling to an almost unreachable level. In summary, the main news is clear. Roki Sasaki is on his way back with the blessing of the medical and coaching staff. His rehab in AAA will be a spectacle in itself, where every pitch will be dissected. The velocity is there, the pain is gone, and the focus is now on regaining the confidence and command that made him a legend in Japan. The depth of our roster allowed for this patient approach, and now we are about to reap the rewards. The question I leave for you, the Blue Nation, is this. Considering Sasaki's imminent return to an already star-studded rotation, what is your ideal strategy? How should Dave Roberts manage all these arms? Is a 6-man rotation the way to go, or should one of these talents be moved to the bullpen to further strengthen the team in other phases of the game? I want to hear your opinions in the comments. For detailed analysis like this and to be the first to know about the Dodgers' next moves, don't forget to subscribe to True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report. Turn on notifications because the news never stops, and we'll be here to cover every step of our team's journey towards the title.